Welcome back to Weekend Out. My name is Gaurav. Naam to suna hoga. Now this is the time when the smile on my face is the widest, because this is the time when you and I are going to sit and have a great meal together. So for that I have come to the Palm Jumeirah, and on the Palm Jumeirah I am at one of my favorite properties. It's the Jumeirah Zaab'eel Sarai. Now we've showed you a restaurant here before this. It was the Indian restaurant here called Amala, and they do some fantastic movie nights. It's time to explore another restaurant in the same property. Now this is their signature restaurant. It's a Vietnamese restaurant. The food here has a French twist. It's called VOI, and it's right here.
Concept of the VOI, it's a French colonial. It's for this reason in the restaurant you have a high ceiling with white colors. The ceiling, the top of the ceiling is making with silver leaf as well. We are completely in elegant and fine dining restaurant. VOI has been many times awarded as the best restaurant, Pan-Asian restaurant 2013 from TripAdvisor, as well from BBC. We win many awards for the venue. The restaurant also is as a signature restaurant, fine dining restaurant, high profile guest restaurant.
The menu here is perfectly in sync with the feel of the restaurant. So this is simple, minimalistic, yet very elegant. They've got 4 or 5 varieties on every page, and mostly so in every course. So this actually doesn't confuse you too much, and you can spend enough time going through it without getting confused and then ordering what you like. Okay, so the first impression of the food is definitely impressive. I love the way they've plated it, and also a little bit of gimmickry that's been done. You know, the tuna has been placed on a sizzling pebble or a stone. Now that, you know, the little bit of sizzling sound that you hear is quite an attraction, I must say. I am very tempted to go for it first, but I'm actually going to follow instructions, and I'm going to start with the tartar, and then we take it from there. I think this is a fantastic way of opening your palate. Nice citrus tuna, and the first bite actually starts with the crunch of the green, and this actually gives you a burst of flavors in your mouth. Fantastic start. So we're one down. The tartar is out. Now it was nice and tangy, but it was, the only flavor was not tangy because of the use of fish sauce in this as well. And another very familiar flavor here was that of coriander. The Vietnamese also use a lot of coriander, and I have to tell you, it's one of my favorites to add on to anything. So I've enjoyed the tartar so far. It's time to jump on to number 2. It's going to be time for the roll now. So now here's the Vietnamese touch to it. It's the rice paper in which the tuna has been rolled, and it's time to now roll it down. Now, this is generally how the Vietnamese have their spring rolls, and the look can be very, very deceptive. Here it may look like it's going to be completely bland and flavorless, you know, in white rice paper, but that's not really true. When I took my first bite, there was a burst of flavors in my mouth. Now, here the tuna was marinated with some coriander leaves. They had some ginger used in, and of course there was use of mint in it as well. And not forgetting, what they like to use the most is the lime. And all these things, when they come together and you know, burst in your mouth, there's so many flavors coming in that you don't know what else to do but to go for another bite. Once I've brought down this tuna from the sizzling pebble, it's time to finally taste it. You know, this has been confit with sesame oil and some fish sauce. And then of course, there was some flavor of caramel in it as well. And of course, the dominating taste of the lime used. This is a phenomenal flavor festival that's happening in my mouth right now. So far, it's been a great start, and I am now really looking forward to my main course. Although the most popular dishes here would be beef dishes, if you are not a beef eater, then lamb would be a good choice for you, and that's exactly what I've done. Although I am a beef eater, but since a lot of you may not be eating beef, I'm going to go in for the lamb and tell you how this tastes here. Now this has been marinated for over 24 hours, right? And now what you see on the side, these are actually bamboo rolls. Now these are rolled with a lamb mince, and they've got some Vietnamese vegetables in them as well. So we're actually going to eat some bamboo also over here. Enough of talking, time for us to eat. So this lamb that I've had so far, has been nice, succulent, and most importantly, very, very juicy. I think the marination that they've done and the use of the oyster sauce and the fish sauce, it's gone right into the meat, and every bite oozes a little bit of juice. They've of course used some lamb juice on top as well. It's time now to move on to the Vietnamese angle to this, which is the bamboo. Now bamboo is a very, very popular dish in Vietnam. It in fact symbolizes the Vietnamese martial arts as well. What we're having here are small bamboo rolls. Now these rolls are made of dry bamboo, and then these are stuffed with minced lamb and some herbs. Yeah, so we're going to try this. Also some vegetables in here, Vietnamese vegetables. So I'm going to cut it out, okay, and I am going to try it in real Vietnamese style. So bamboo, like you would expect, would be thick and crunchy. That's not really the case. This bamboo has been rolled, so it's sort of, blending in very well with the meat. What I can taste here, the dominant taste here, is of the lamb and the vegetables, the Vietnamese vegetables that they've used. But I've got to say, this is a totally new sort of taste for a palate that's not used to bamboo. Lovely. So this is a very, very simple, traditional and popular dessert in Vietnam. This is sago, which means sabudana in Hindi. So this is actually a sago in coconut milk. Of course, it's boiled first, then coconut milk is added to it, and then there's some sugar. So this is basically the sweet base of it. Now you have these ingredients that you may want to add as per your taste. So there's some pineapple, there's some dried coconut, and then there's some passion fruit. If you want to make it sweeter, there's some palm sugar. So now I'm going to customize it as per my taste, and then mix it all up, and then just enjoy it. So I'm actually mixing it all up before I've even tasted it. But a lot of people, what they prefer to do is taste just the sago first, then add maybe just the first fruit and see how they like it. So, depends on how you like it. This is how the Vietnamese would actually do at home. And I'm going to tell you how this tastes. It's nice and thick. I've mixed everything in it. I've had sago for so many years. Never like this. It's amazing. It's time for me to say Tam Bet, which means bye in Vietnamese, but I have no guarantees on whether I'm pronouncing it correctly or not. I've had yet another great meal at the Jumeirah Zaab'eel Sarai. One more great restaurant here, so next time you feel like having some Vietnamese food with a French twist, you know where to come. It's time for me to say goodbye, but I'm going to see you next week. Till then, remember one thing, no sawal, no doubt, sabka solution, weekend out.
It's a K Company production.